James Kaufman, World News Report today, December 20th, 2024. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an interview that Newsmax had with Dr. Stephen Greer. And Dr. Greer tells a whole new story about the drone situation. And he said that it's actually, something that has to happen because a bunch of folks were about to blow the whistle on some black projects. Supposedly, as you'll hear from Dr. Greer, these projects are extremely advanced, much more so than anything the U.S. military would have. And they're being run by the deep state. Again, whistleblowers are coming out this month, and that's according to Dr. Stephen Greer, not me. I have not always agreed with everything this gentleman has said. Many things that he has predicted have not come true or been true at that. But I thought that everyone would want to hear this new take on what's going on. And with that said, let's let him say it in his own words, and we'll discuss it afterwards.
Joining us now is the founder of the Disclosure Project, Dr. Stephen Greer. Dr. Greer, it is great to have you on. A pleasure to be speaking with you right now.
Thank you.
What is going on out there? What are people seeing?
Well, it's a complex story. To make it very succinct, we did predict this 30 years ago, that they would begin to launch some activity equivalent to a false flag to make it look like there's some sort of alien attack or threat. In reality, it's a response to what's happening, and I've recently told the incoming members of the administration this and people at the Senate Intelligence and Armed Services Committee that we have a team of about 6 different black sites that have been running illegal projects related to so-called UAPs and UFOs coming forward in the next 30 days or so. They will bring forth this positive evidence of this and the fact that these programs have been run illegally and outside of constitutional oversight. This is a ramp up to divert attention from that activity and could lead to some other events that would be catastrophic. This is a very dangerous situation. Nothing people are seeing has anything to do with aliens or extraterrestrial intelligence. It has to do with trying to maintain the cover-up on a secret program that went black, but illegal black, back in the late 1950s. So we're into 65, 70 years of some very dangerous operations. Now, these men that are defecting are coming out of some sites I've been at. I was in a helicopter last year, after that I was almost killed, frankly. And we were over these black sites and saw the openings that go into underground facilities where there are the man-made UFOs that come out, but also where they have illegal electromagnetic pulse weapons where they target and down the extraterrestrial vehicles that are then reverse engineered.
Okay, let me stop you right there, Dr. Greer. Let me stop you because I want everyone at home, I want us all to be on the same page. You're saying that we have the technology to shoot ET craft, not of this planet, out of the air, and we are reverse engineering those aircraft.
100%, and there are multiple men coming forward. They've been with JSOC and Special Forces, who are also NOx, non-official cover in corporate world. One of them's been there about 29 years, and is very senior, and has all the evidence, and they'll be releasing the evidence and the information. Now, this creates a dynamic because it's happening before the inauguration. We plan to do it sometime between now and early January. And I've been working with these men for about 19 months, and they're serious, and they have the goods. They can prove what they're stating, but they're also going to unmask themselves. They will come forward, the name, rank, serial number, and the whole history of this, including the illegal nature of some of these programs, which we don't have time to go into, but they'll curl your toes. Some of the stuff that's been going on is quite illegal and very dangerous and horrible. But the technologies, I mean, remember the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty requires that we have no electromagnetic pulse
Could you give me, Dr. Greer, could you give us a quick summary? I'd like to hear some of the toe curling details.
An electromagnetic pulse weapon. Now, I didn't know that there was a rule that countries could not have one of those, but that's what he's saying, an electromagnetic pulse weapon. We'll look into that.
If you wouldn't mind.
Well, for example, they have been able to confirm one of our whistleblowers' testimony, who's a Marine, Michael Herrera, who was present at an event, stumbled across an event during a rescue mission after the Indonesian earthquake in 2009, and he came across a platform, a man-made object, about 300 feet around, that was manned by covert human operators who were American, and they had boxed up and crated up humans that they were trafficking that had oxygen tanks on this tank, and they were being moved to a black site for various types of human experimentation and use. It's horrific, some of the actions. The main operator from two of these black sites that I've been at, I will not discuss where they are right now.
Okay.
It'll be disclosed fairly soon. He actually had personal knowledge of that. So when this whistleblower came forward, who was taken to the Pentagon Aero Office and Senate Intelligence Committee, he approached me and confirmed all of it. And so he said, not only that, but it's way worse than that. So there are some really worrisome programs going on without the oversight of the president or the Congress, and that has to get corrected because it's dangerous. Now, all these drones and everything going on is both a diversion, but an attempt to create psychological warfare.
Right, psyop, to distract us.
And that's really what it is, but it could escalate to something very dangerous. I mean, yesterday I was told that I personally might be arrested, that there will be a character assassination.
So, all in all, sum it up, he thinks it's a psych op. I don't know what else it could be besides some sort of psych op at this point. Unless it is some sort of battle between alien ships and U.S. assets. We're going to see, obviously. We should know something in the next week or 2 weeks if these folks come out and talk about all these downed alien ships and all the back engineering and all these experiments being done on people. Well, we'll be the first to know, I'm sure. They'll be testifying in front of Congress, but wait, they're leaving until January 3rd. It's getting complicated here. This was filmed after 5 p.m. last night, so this is very, very up-to-date information. It depends on what you think about Dr. Stephen Greer. I could believe some of it, and there's some I can't believe. Now let me know what you think in the comments below. God bless, share, and subscribe. Always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.